እሺ ዝገማ በረሰብ ዛሬም ድጌ በተመሳሳይ ቪዲዮ ነው የመጣሁት። የባለፈው ቪዲዮ ተመችቷችኋል? የሆነ የድሪል ግድያ ምናምን ነገር ይመቻችኋል? የሆነ ሰው ሲገደል ምናምን ማይደስ ይላችኋል? ዝገማ በረሰብ ለዋድጌው ድጌ ተመልሻለሁ በድሪል ነክ ቪዲዮ ይfilmi። ዛሬ ደግሞ ከቻል ነው ትንሽ ሞር I would say disturbing because የባለፈው ቪዲዮ ላይ አንዳንዶቹ ራፐሮች ሲተርፉ ምናምን አይታችኋል። የዛሬው ቪዲዮ ላይ ግን you know what I'm saying ራፐሮች like ኢንተርቪው ካደረጉ በኋላ የተገደሉ ራፐሮች you know what I'm saying like የመገደላቸው መንስኤ ኢንተርቪዋቸው የሆኑ ራፐሮችን ነው የምናየው። you know what I'm saying አሁን ለምሳሌ የሆነ ኢንተርቪው ላይ ሄዶ ደቅ ብለው አደገር ኧረ ማን እነዛ ሰፈር ጀለሶች እኮ ነገር ምናምን ብሎ ስለ እነዛ ሰፈሮች አውርተው ከዛ እነዛ ሰፈሮች መጣው you know what I'm saying yo you already know what's going on ለማለት እንደፈለኩ ይገባችኋል። እና ያ pretty much ዛሬ የምናየው ራፐሮች በኢንተርቪዋቸው ምክንያት የተገደሉ ራፐሮችን ነው የምናየው። so hopefully እንጂ ታርጉታላችሁ ብዬ አስባለሁ። እንደተለመደው ዝገማ ማህበረሰብ ይሄን ቻናል ሰብስክራይብ አድርጉ፣ አያስከፍልም፣ ነፃ ነው ይfilmi። እንደገና ደግሞ ዋና ቻናላችንን የአክቲቪን ሄዳችሁ ሰብስክራይብ አድርጉ። ታይም ካላችሁ ደግሞ ጌሚንግ ቻናላችንን ሄዳችሁ ቪዚት ብታደርጉ አይከፋም። ያው እዛ ቻናል ላይ ቪዲዮ አፕሎድ ካደረኩኝ 2 ዓመት ሳያልፈኝ አይቀርም at this point because ብዙ ሙቭ እያደረገ ስላልሆነ ነው። so I hope you understand። ለማንኛውም ዝገማ ማህበረሰብ we're going to check it out እሱን ቪዲዮ hopefully እንጆይ እንደምታደርጉት ተፋረጋለን። በቀጥታ ወደ ቪዲዮ እንሂድ። እንደተለመደው ዛሬም ከቻለው በትራፖሎጂስት ነው። ትራፖሎጂስት በጣም አሪፍ ቪዲዮችን ይሰራል እና የሱን ቪዲዮ ሄዳችሁ ማየት ትችላላችሁ እንደተለመደው። ለማንኛውም as always disclaimer አለ እዚህ ጋር this video is strictly for education purposes. The makers of this video did not condone any promo violence in any way, shape or form. You know what I'm saying? Let peace prevail. So hopefully YouTube, you understand. Please YouTube, this is for educational purposes only. That's it. You know what I'm saying? ለማንኛውም ጀምር።
Is the real disrespectful. I'm going who you is. I will disrespect you.
ስለዚህ ራፐር አሁን ሲያወራ ስለነበረው ራፐር ትሰማላችሁ። like ምን ያክል ደደብ ፕሮማክስ እንደሆነ ነው አንደርስታንድ የምታደርጉት።
in the street you big flock the video
ይሄ ደግሞ እኔ የምኖርበት አካባቢ ነው። የዲሲ ራፐር ነው ይሄ በነገራችን እና ጀለስ የተገደለችው ከኔ አድሬስ pretty much 15 ደቂቃ ራሱ አይሞላም ሆነ ለመናገር። እኔ ከምኖርበት ቦታ 15 ደቂቃ የማይሆነው ቦታ ላይ ነው የገደሉት። it's crazy
controversy behind the video.
Man, no big flock, man. He's a big no big flock.
so ጀለስ ዲስ ያደረገ የነበረውን ቢግ ፍሎክ ነው። ቢግ ፍሎክን ቢች ብሎታል right በጣም ይቅርታ ዝገማ ማህበረሰብ ላሳያችሁ ቢግ ፍሎክ ምን እንደሚመስል እና I'm sorry ቢግ ፍሎክ እስቲ ምን እንደሚመስል ነው ቢግ ፍሎክ ኦኬ። ዛሬ ኢንተርኔት በጣም እየዛገ ነው። ሶ ይሄ ነው ቢግ ፍሎክ ያ ይሄ ነው እንግዲህ ቢች ምናምን ብሎ የሰደበው እምብላችሁ ተመልከቱት እስቲ ማለት አሁን ይሄ ሰውዬ ዝም ብላችሁ ተመልከቱ ማለት እንዴት ነው ከዚህ ጋር የምትጣሉት? እኮ ላይቭ የለውም ማለት ይሄ ምንም ላይቭ የለውም። ተስፋ የሌለው ሰው እኮ ነው። እንዴት ነው ከቢግ ፍሎክ ጋር የምትጣሉት? በነገራችን ላይ ቢግ ፍሎክ አሁን በጣም ስትሪትነቱን ትቶ ኖርማል ሰው ሆኗል። አሜን ስቲል ራፐር ነው ስቲል እንትን ነው፣ ግን የፒጂ ካውንቲ ራፐር ነው። ፒጂ ካውንቲ ማለት ፕሪቲ ማች ከኛ አሁን እኔ ከምኖርበት ቤት 10 ደቂቃ ራሱ በነዳ ነው እውነት ለመናገር ያን ያክል እንትን የለውም። እና በጣም ዲመን ከሆነ ሰውዬ ጋር እየተጣላች ነው ጀለስ ቢግ ፍሎክን ቢች ምናምን ብሎ ሰርቦት እዚህ ራሱን ያስጠበሰው ይናሳ so
as Abdul Vix, a rapper known as YBC Duel, affiliated with the West Philadelphia Young Bag Chasers.
One rapper dissed his op so bad he got less than a day after the interview, and another dropped the diss on G-Herbo so crazy he got gunned down by his crew just a few months later. These are times rappers got killed over interviews, and we got to start off with YBC Duel because one interview he did was so disrespectful it got him killed less than a day after it dropped. Duel was known for his extreme antics and dissing dead ops on songs, and some of the disses were so disrespectful he even earned the name Mr. Disrespectful from his fans, because he even went as far as digging up one of his ops' grave back in February 2024.
Tombstone, dirt up. Hey, yo, where the at, yo? Carney, where the
That wasn't all.
አስባችሁታል? የሞተ ራፕ አፕሳችሁን መቃብር ሄዶ መቆፈር። this is crazy። ምን ያክል ደደብ ብትሆኑ ነው እንደዚህ የምታደርጉት? ላይ የምሬ ነው። አስቡት። ማንም ሰው ማን አይደለም አፕስ ራሱ ባይሆን እንደዚህ ያን ነገር ይደብረዋል። ይፍልሚ ጀለስ ምን አደረገ? ሄዶ የሞተ አፕሱን ግሬቭ ወይም ደግሞ መቃብር መቆፈር ጀመረ ሊትራሊ። እና እንደዛ አድርጎ ቪዲዮ ፖስት አደረገ። ከዛ በኋላ ደግሞ ሄዶ ኢንተርቪው ላይ ሄዶ ላይክ የተናገረውን ሰሙታላችሁ። እሱ አካባቢ ያሉትን ሁዶች እንዳለ ሰደበ። እንዳለ የእሱ መገደል እንደውም ለፖሊሶቹ በቃ አዛን ያደርገው ቢካዝ ማን እንደገደለው አይታወቅም። ቢካዝ ሁሉንም ጋንግ ነው የሰደቡ ሰፈር ውስጥ ያሉትን ሁሉንም። የትኛው ጋንግ ነው የገደለ ይባላል ከዛ በኋላ።
Because in May, he was on an episode of No Jumper, and he completely went off on all of his ops.
All ops, BCK, LMG, 56th Street, Belmont, y'all never got back. No, 44 CB Taming, y'all. Look, 38th Street, 38th Street. I ain't even going live. The Dub too, and who else? I ain't gonna lie, it's many more. Collar Hill, Parkside, Blue for Bud. Is the real disrespectful. I'm going who you is. I will disrespect you.
Because just the day before, Brandon Buckingham had posted an interview he did with YBC Duel, in which Duel talked on his beef with his ops and about how he and his crew were really getting the ops smoked. He even mentioned
በነገራችን ላይ ይህ ቪዲዮ አይታችሁ ሲጨርሱ ብራንደን ቤኪንግሃም የኛውን ልጅ ቪዲዮዎች ተመልከቱ። አሁን በጣም ታሟል። ላይክ ቪዲዮ አፕሎድ ማድረግ አቁሟል። በጣም ታሟል። ግን ይሄ በየሁዱ እየሄደ ነው ቪዲዮ የሚሰራው ፕሪቲ ማች እና ላይክ ቺካጎ ይሄዳል፣ ፊላደልፊያ ይሄዳል፣ ኤልኤ የማይሄድበት ቦታ የለም። እና ሄዶ የሁዶችን ላይፍ ስታይል ነው የሚያሳያቸው። ኢቨን ዲሲ ራሱ መጥቷል። እና ላይክ ጀለስ እዚህ ዩቲዩብ ቻናል ላይ ሄዶ ነው ለፍልፉ እንዳለ እንትን ብሎ በዛ ምክንያት ነው የተገደለው።
Duel talked on his beef with his ops and about how he and his crew were really getting the ops smoked. He even mentioned how almost no one in their hood, including his ops, were ever outside. Because according to Duel, he and his gang were terrorizing the block up.
It just took Drake and he got gun butted with it. Real, go listen to it. Every mom, dad, sisters, brothers. We proving a point. No, it ain't no block you could go on down here and people outside. We blocks up. Never got robbed. I never got touched, shot at in the city.
I'm outside right now with the most disrespectful rapper in America.
And we on feet on land.
Block.
Feet on land. They in the comments on No Jumper till my man don't be outside. My man outside every day, all day.
I pulled up at 2 p.m. It's almost midnight.
And it almost sounded like he was bragging about it at one point, but his ops would eventually get the drop on him. And on August 23rd, 2024, the car pulled up on him.
ሶ እሱ ያለው እዚህ ጥቁር መኪና ውስጥ ነው እንደምታዩት። እሱ እዚህ ጥቁር መኪና ውስጥ ነው እና በነጭ መኪና መጥተው ማለት ነው አዝነበውበት ነው ሄዱት።
While he was at a stoplight in Philly and let off 5 shots, hitting him in his hand and chest before speeding off down the street.
We are learning new details about the investigation into the murder of a person police say is a well-known gang member. The sound coming from this surveillance video, according to Philadelphia police, the deadly claimed the life of Abdul Vix, also known as Young Duel.
His friend tried rushing him to the hospital, but unfortunately, he ended up passing away. And he probably should have eased up with all the dissing, since that's how many of his homies also went out. But if you thought that was crazy, one rapper lost his life for saying too much in his interview, and another died for speaking on his op. But first, let's talk about DaGod, because her situation is even crazier than what happened to YBC Duel, and she made headlines back in 2023 for allegedly killing her ex, and making a whole project about it. Because Tan was an up-and-coming rapper from Oakland, and she'd been in the rap scene for a long time. But in 2023,
እቺ ደግሞ ኤክስ ቦይፍሬንዷን ገላ ነው። ከዛ በኋላ ኢንተርቪው ላይ ለፈለፈች ዘፈነችበት። ከዛ በኋላ ግን ጠበሷት።
she went viral for dropping a project called X Woodpack. Nobody knows what really went down, but DaGod made it sound like she killed her ex-boyfriend and was smoking on him. Tan even went on Kid L's podcast to speak on the situation, and she didn't really say that she killed her ex, but DaGod told Kid L,
threatening family and you know, and you know where people live. And I think about it, I'm like, you know where my loved ones live? You gotta go. you got to go. Especially if you got the audacity to threaten them. What? You threatening my people? Everybody gonna die. Oh, is we?
During the interview, Tan made it sound like her ex had abused her and was sending death threats to her family. And that's why she allegedly took him out. Kidel even asked Tan how she was free since the cops should have done something by now.
Did they like side with you on it? Like how did you evade like any type of like consequence basically?
And Tan DaGod told him,
We gonna find that out on September 23rd.
Okay.
and after the Kidel interview dropped, everyone was trying to figure out what had really went down. And some people thought Tan was just talking crazy for clout. But then rumors started going around that she really did kill the dude and that she was even in the witness protection program. And about a month after her Kidel interview, Tan went on off the porch to announce that she'd beat the case and that if things hadn't worked out, she'd have probably done the race like TK. And people still weren't sure if she was clowning or not. But then she brought a tombstone of her ex on the interview to show she was really smoking on him and said,
Extra childish, making families mad.
እቺ ደግሞ ማለት ነው የኤክሷን ቶምብስቶን አሰርታ መጣችና ኢንተርቪው ላይ ይዛው መጣ። ኢንተርቪው ያደረገች እዩት። rest in peace here lies my ex አለችና born September 2020 pretty much relationship የጀመሩበት አመት ነው ይሄ። እንደን የገደለችበት አመት ነው September 2023 ከ3 አመት በኋላ he say I'm a cold fuck that he ain't mine, that's my ex pack, should have go therapy. That's crazy.
Oh well, cause they ain't gonna do about it.
Smoking on that Axwood pack.
Oh yeah, you know it. Matter of fact, I got to smoke on this dead mother as we speak. Hold up. Hold on, let me get my love.
But things eventually go left for Tan DaGod because in July 2024, she was doing a meet and greet and performing for the grand opening of a beauty supply shop in Oakland. When out of nowhere, a dude ran up on her and shot her in front of everybody in broad daylight. According to reports, a dude in a hoodie walked in behind her after she was done chopping it up with her fans and allegedly got into some kind of argument with her. And that's when he upped the strap and started letting off shots. After the shots rang out, fans reported hearing Tan DaGod screaming, "I'm hit," and the paramedics soon rolled up to the scene to rush Tan to the hospital. But she was tragically pronounced dead just a couple hours later. And after the news...
So what happened ከዛ በኋላ ምንድን የተፈጠረው? ኦክላንድ ውስጥ የሚገኝ የሴቶች ቢዩቲ ሰፕላይ ነበረ። እዛ ላይ ኢንቫይት ተደርጋ ለሚቲንግ ግሪት ሄደች። ከዛ በኋላ ያኔ ነው አይገስ የኤክሷ ጀለሶች መጥተው ኢናሳ she got clapped pretty much.
News broke. A lot of different stories started flying around about what really went down. At first, nobody knew why Tan DaGod got hit, but fans started connecting the dots to her interviews and the project she dropped back in 2023. And it's really tragic since Tan DaGod was finally starting to get some motion in the rap game. And sometimes, it's best not to even speak on.
ይሄ ደግሞ የኤንቢኤ ያንግ ቦይ ቤስት ፍሬንድ ነበረ። ፕሪቲ ማች ይሄና ኤንቢኤ ያንግ ቦይ ቤስት ፍሬንድስ ነበሩ። ኢንፋክት 2016 ምናምን ላይ እኔ እነዚህ ሁለቱ ቤስት ፍሬንድ እያሉ አንድ ላይ የሚሰሩትን ዘፈኖች ሰማ ነበረ። this is crazy። ከዛ በኋላ ያው ኢነሚ ሆኑ። ጀለስ ተጠበሰች። የተጠበሰችበትን ሪዝን እስቲ እንስማ።
Things you did in interviews to gain clout, because that's part of the reason rapper G Money lost his life, because NBA YoungBoy and G Money were close friends at one point.
ያ ይሄ ጂ መኒ ነው። ይሄ ኤንቢኤ ያንግ ቦይ ነው እዚህ ጋር የምታዩት።
But then, G Money pulled this move in a 2017 interview with Say Cheese because he says
he mad about his sister too, though.
About his sister?
Yeah, I had some time ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he mad about that. He wasn't really tripping on it back then, though. You know what I'm saying? He be calling me big brother.
And after this interview,
so ይሄ ምንድን ነው የሚለው ኤንቢኤ ያንግ ቦይ እና እሱ ቤስት ፍሬንድ ነበሩ እና ጀለስ የኤንቢኤ ያንግ ቦይን ሲስተር ወስዶ ጣርጓታል ማለት ነው። ኢናሳ ያው ያ ነው what I'm trying to say. pretty much ጀለስ እና የኤንቢኤ ያንግ ቦይ ሲስተር ተኝተዋል, which is he fucked her, you know what I'm saying? so ኤንቢኤ ያንግ ቦይ ያኔ ፈላ እያሉ ጀለስ እያሉ ምንም አልመሰለውም ነበረ እና አሁን ፌመስ ከሆነ በኋላ ደበረው ምናምን ነገር እና በዛ ምክንያት ነው እንትን ያለው ነው የሚለው ጀለስ።
G Money then went on to drop a diss on YoungBoy named Industry, and in the song he gets disrespectful, saying, "Your sister swallowed, so I never kissed her, but I with her, so I never dissed her."
Ooh, that's bar right there, man. I ain't gonna lie, that's bar right there. so pretty much jealous ምንድን ነው ያደረገው? ዘፈን ሰራ, I mean distract ሰራ NBA YoungBoy ላይ ሲስተርክ I don't think I should translate this ለናንተ.
Your sister swallowed.
So your sister swallowed nut. Y'all know what nut is. So I never kissed her, but I fucked with her, so I never dissed her. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much እህት swallow አድርጋለች። በዛ ምክንያት አልሳምኳትም። ግን ደግሞ ትመቻኝ ስለነበረ ዲስ አላረኳትም። Hey, nigga, that's the bar right there.
Bruh.
Let me stop.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Money, you nasty. ለማንኛውም that was the reason እና NBA YoungBoy በዚህ ትንሽ ደበረው. You feel me? ማንም ይደብረዋል.
So I never kissed her, but I with her. So I never dissed her. G-Money was rising in fame after all of this, but he wasn't moving too smart and kept sending disses at NBA YoungBoy and his homies, saying how he was still recording at the same studio and driving the same cars. And the beef ended up getting so serious that it led to gun violence. G-Money was in the studio one night finishing up another recording session until shortly after leaving around 1 a.m. He was shot by an unknown person who was waiting for him at the door. And YoungBoy spoke on the situation in a song named Poor One, where he rapped, "Matter of fact, I used to call you my big brother. Then you did some foul, and that with my sister." But G-Money isn't the only rapper from TBG who died after dissing someone. And it didn't turn out good. The same happened with Boulevard Quick, because in
G-Money, NBA YoungBoy respond አደረገ pretty much ተጣበሰ. You know what I'm saying? ቦሎቫርድ ኩዊክ ደግሞ የጂ-መኒ ጀለስ ነበረ እና ይሄም እንደዚሁ ለፈለፈ። ይሄ ደግሞ መስመር ያለፈው ምንድነው ከኤምቤ ያንግቦይ ማዘር ጋር ለአዲስ ቢፍ ማድረግ ጀመረ። pretty much he dissed her. ያኔ ነው ጀለስ የተጠበሰችው. Let's watch.
2018, after Quick got out of prison, he started going hard with the music as well. And in August 2018, he dropped the video for the song Never Lacking. And at the end, he went on a huge rant against YoungBoy.
Pull up. Don't chill. You know, TBG Gorilla Gang, long live G-Money. I'ma talk my... I don't hide behind money, because I ain't got that much. So I'm in the field. Can't be... It must be counterfeit. You drop the bag while I'm still breathing.
And YoungBoy's mom hopped in and told Boulevard Quick to leave him alone. But Boulevard Quick wasn't hearing that and responded, telling her to mind her business, which really pissed YoungBoy off.
Hey, man. Mom, tell me about that. That eat a big long.
So just a few weeks later, he was.
Yo, that nigga said that bitch can eat a big long dick. So YoungBoy በዚህ ደበረው. You feel me? So jealous ነው ስሉ ጠበሳት እሷን. The funniest thing is ማን አረስት እንደተደረገ ትሰማላችሁ.
In November 2018, the police found Quick's body in the parking lot of his apartment complex. YB spoke on the situation on Impact, saying, "They spoke on my mama. I ain't want to talk. I end up killing her." But now, let's move on to OG.
So, በዚህ ያውን በሰማችሁት ምክንያት አረስት የተደረገው የኤምቢኤ ያንግቦይ ቤስት ፍሬንድ ነው። ኮኔክት ዘ ዶትስ ምን ሀፕን እንዳደረገ ከዛ በኋላ። ይሄ ደግሞ የቨርጂኒያ ሰው ነው፣ ግን ዲሲ ነበረ የሚኖረው እና ያው ቨርጂኒያ እና ዲሲ በጣም አንድ ጎን ለጎን ናቸው እና ምን እንዳደረገ ትሰማላችሁ።
Man, because he wasn't a real rapper like YBC Duel and DaGod, but he went viral in 2016 for dropping a diss with the music videos so disrespectful, even DJ Academic straight up called it demonic. OG Man was one of DMV's biggest hitters, and his name was well respected in the streets. But then, he decided to have relations with Big Flock's girl, who was one of his homies at the time. And that's what pissed Big Flock off, because when he found out about it, he dropped a diss on Man called The Intro, calling out OG as a snitch for the feds, where he rapped. A man turned to informant, thought that he was real. He put on a good performance. And Man wasn't too happy with the diss, since his crew really hated snitches. So when he finally got out of jail, he took to the studio to record Truth, one of the most disrespectful disses of all time, in which he rapped, "I know why you mad, cause I'm your... Stop playing with me, talking about I'm snitching. Rest in peace to Lil Chris. Yeah, I know they miss him. Don't trip, his whole squad gonna lay there with him." And that wasn't all, because the music video was actually shot at C. Diddy's grave, one of Big Flock's closest homies and most respected gang member that had died. And after the video...
So, jealous, Big Flockን ቅድም በፎቶ አሳየዋችሁን Big Flock እንዲስ አረገና ምን እንዲስ እንዳረገ ታውቃላችሁ? የቢግ ፍላክ ጀለስ መቃብር ቦታ ላይ ሄዶ የዘፈኑን ክሊፕ ሰራው። That's crazy. That's disrespectful. በዛን ጊዜ 2016 አካባቢ ነው የዘፈን የተሰራውና 2016 ላይ ማንም ሰው ላይክ እንደዚህ የሰው መቃብር ጋር ሄዶ ዘፈን ክሊፕ መስራት ምናምን ነገር አልተለመደም ነበርና ጀለስ ነው ያመጣው ማለት ይቻላል። እና that is disrespectful.
Dropped. Man even linked up with Cutthroat TV for an interview in which he doubled down on his claims, dissing Big Flock and his crew even more.
Big Flock,
the video, controversy behind the video.
Man, no big flop, man. He's a big, no big flop. He mad. He mad. He want my life. He mad. He ain't me. So, you know, I had to go on him like I went on him. It's simple. I don't give a about you, your dead man, your mother, your father, your grandmother. I don't give a none of that. But I'm gonna go on you, your dead man, your mother, your grandfather, all that. Okay? You hear me? Like, you don't disrespect me and think I ain't gonna say nothing to you. I ain't want no you think you gonna say something to when I say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing back. Like, I know the real him. That's why the song came about, the truth. It ain't a sneak diss, it's the truth.
But Big Flock didn't take the dissing lightly. And unfortunately, OG Man Man would end up losing his life over it. Because on June 12th, 2016, Man Man received a call from someone who wanted him to pull up to Southeast DC for a cookout they were gonna have later that night. But once OG pulled up, the man walked up to him, his blick, letting off multiple shots and ending his life. Many suspected Big Flock as soon as it happened. And the cops later raided Flock's home for evidence, but found nothing more than rounds of ammunition and a few $1,000s worth of narcotics. And since there was no way to prove his involvement in Man Man's death, he was instead charged with illegal possession of firearms and drugs, which he took a plea deal for and got 45 months in jail. Let's move on a little.
That's crazy. So yeah, jealous እንደነገርኳችሁ የቢግ ፍላክ jealous መቃብር ጋር ሄዱ ቪዲዮ ክሊፕ ከሰራ በኋላ ያው ቢግ ፍላክ he wasn't too happy about it. So ምን አደረገው ሳውዝ ኢስት ዲሲ ለዛ ለዲስትራክ ለሰራው ልጅ ስልክ ተደወለለትና አይ ሳውዝ ኢስት ዲሲ ና እዚህ ፓሪ ምናምን ነገር አለ ኩክ አውት ምናምን አለና እዚህ ፈታቤ ምናምን ብለው ያው ሴት አፕ ነው ያደረጉት pretty much. He got set up, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, እዚህ ስትሪት ላይ ሰዎች ሴት አፕ ይደረጋሉ. Just know that too, you know what I'm saying?
Jojo, because he started to make a name for himself back in 2000.
Hey, I'm a little Jojo, no? Little Jojo, kana Chief Keef, na kana Lil Durk got heading out beefing about a bit.
12, after dropping his song BDK, in which he took shots at the Black Disciples. He was a dude from the south side of Chicago who repped the gang Brick Squad, who was the subground of the Gangster Disciples. And at first, Jojo wasn't a rapper, but after hearing a diss Lil Durk drop on his gang back in 2012 called L's Anthem, he decided to hop in the booth to shoot back. On April 27th, 2012, Lil Jojo dropped a remix of Chief Keef's song Every Day called BDK, aka 300K, which took shots at the whole BDK gang, including Chief Keef, Lil Reese, and Durk. And Jojo didn't stop there, because his BDK track got so much attention that he decided to keep dropping disses to build up his career as a rapper. He followed up with the track Tied Up, in which he took more shots at Keef, and another diss, which was a remix of the Yo Gotti song I Got That Sack, in which he claimed that one of his homies had knocked Lil Reese out, saying, catch him in traffic with Lil Reese, man, they gon' feel this Mac. BDK, that's my team in my city, got my back. Went to school with these, but they don't mean my tail knocked them out. You should have seen that. And in the outro of the song, they took.
So በአጠቃላይ ሞር እንትን ለማለት ኮንክሉድ ለማድረግ የሊል ጆጆ ሲቹዌሽን ሊል ጆጆ was a Chicago rapper ነበረና pretty much ጂዲ ነበረ። ከዚህ በፊት ቪዲዮ እንደሰራውላችሁ ቺካጎ ድሪል ላይ ጂዲ እና ቢዲ የሚባሉ ሁለት በጣም የሚጠላሉ ጋንጎች አሉ። ሊል ጆጆ is pretty much ጂዲ እዛው ጂዲ ውስጥ የተለያዩ ሴቶች አሉ፣ ግን ከጂዲዮ ሴቶች ስላችሁ like I'm not talking about girls, I'm talking about like ሰብሴቶች አሉ እና ከነሱ መሃል ጂዲኬ ማነው fucking አሁን ጆጆ ወርልድ ይባላል፣ ግን pretty much የጂዲ ሜምበር ነበር ይሄኛው እና እነ ሊል ዳርክ እነ ቺፍ ኪፍ እነ ሊል ሬስ ኪንግ ቫን ደግሞ ቢዲ ናቸው እና በጣም ስለሚጠላሉ ሁሌ ዲስ ይደራረጋሉ እና ጀለስ ቪዲዮዎችን በጣም ዲስ ያደርግ ነበረ። እንደውም አንድ ዘፈኑ በጣም እንትን ብሏል፣ በጣም ላይክ ቫይራል ወጥቶለታል እና አንድ ታይድ አፕ የሚለው ዘፈኑ ላይ pretty much ቺፍ ኪፍን ነው በደንብ የሰደበው። በቃ አላር ላይ እንደውም እዛ ታይድ አፕ የሚለው ክሊፕ ላይ ቺፍ ኪፍን የሚመስል አክተር አመጣው እዛ ላይ አግተውት ምናምን ነገር አለ አይደለ ሞር ቺፍ ኪፍ እንደዚህ አድርገው ነበር ከዚህ በፊት ለማለት ማለት ነው እና ላይክ ያ ነገር ቪዲዮችን አላስደሰታቸውም እና ላይክ ጀለስ ሳይክል ላይ ነው የጠበሷት ላይክ ሊትራሊ በሳይክል እየሄደ ነበረ መጥተው ጠብሰውት ሄዱት። ከዛ በኋላ ቺካጎ ተርም ሆኗል። አሁን ዩጋ ጆጆ ከተባለ ሳይክል ላይ ያለክ ተገደልክ ወይም ደግሞ ሞትክ ማለት ነው እና ራስ ክሬዚ ከገደሉ በኋላ ዋንታ ማሟት ተርም ሲያመጡ it's like ብዙ ሰዎች ከዛ በኋላ ሳይክል ላይ ምናምን እየሄዱ ሳይክል እየነዱ ተገለዋል እና እነዛ ሰዎች ሂጋ ጆጆ ነው የሚባለው። that's crazy ለነዚህ ቀልድ ነው፣ ሞት ምናምን ቀልድ ነው።
Take it a step further by taking shots at David Barksdale, aka King David, the founder of the Black Disciples. And Jojo's homie Pete Rico can be heard shouting, and Jojo going dumb on Dirks. BDK, die L's on Queen Dave. And many took offense to the diss because Lil Jojo was also quickly becoming one of the most hated GDs in the city. And he still wasn't done with the dissing because he downplayed his op on a TP radio interview and told the interviewer that he wasn't done with the 300K disses since he had some sort of sequel in mind for the project.
What's the actual title to it?
300K. They like that. Ain't no BK, 300K.
So you got a part 2 coming out to that, right? Or how you gonna do that? Or what is that?
Part 2 is just a little series of videos.
Oh, okay, this is all gonna tie into one thing though, or how this going?
It'll be like a little movie.
Okay, bet that.
But on September 4th, 2012, Lil Jojo would lose his life in a very tragic way. He was riding with his
በነገራችን ላይ የሚሞቱት ማለት ነው ዘፈኑን ካወጡ ወር አንዳንዶቹ ወር ራሱ አያልፋቸውም። አሁን 2012 ነው ብሎ አፕ ያደረገው እዛው 2012 ላይ ሞተ። ላይክ አሁንም ላይክ ኮንሲስተንቲው ከሰማችሁ የቀደሙን የኦጂ ማድማንን ከሰማችሁ ደግሞ እሱም 2016 ላይ ትራኩን ለቀቀ እዛው 2016 ላይ ተገደለ። ላይክ አብዛኛውን ጊዜ የሚገደሉት ከቀናት ወይ ከወራት በኋላ ነው። ወራት አንድ አመት አይፈጅም ብዙ ጊዜ። ላይክ ዲስ ያደርጋል አንድ ሰው ከሳምንታት ከቀናት በኋላ ይገደላል። That's crazy.
his homie's bike along 69th Street when a car pulled up on him and let off shots, hitting him to the ground, and unfortunately, he'd be pronounced dead at the hospital. And Jojo made a grave mistake because just a few minutes prior, he had dropped his location on Twitter, tagging Lil Reese, basically telling him that he was outside if Reese was really down for the action.
ሌላ የሚሰሩት ሚስቴክ ደግሞ ያሉበትን ሎኬሽን ይናገራሉ። አለ አይደል ጀግና ለመባል አይ ልብ ካላችሁ እዚህ ቦታ ነው ምናምን ነገር እነዛም ቀልድ ያቁም ይመጣሉ። አይ you know what's happened ከዛ በኋላ
And he suspected Lil Reese was the one behind the hit, seeing as they'd been going back and forth for months prior to the shooting. And right after it happened, Chief Keef also went on Twitter to clown Jojo out, saying, "It's sad because Jojo wanted to be just like us." Lil Reese and Chief Keef were both taken into questioning, but no charges were filed since the cops couldn't make a clear connection, and no one was ever arrested for the death of Lil Jojo. But about a year later, Swag Dinero, who was Jojo's older brother, hinted that whoever was responsible for the hit was no longer breathing because he tweeted on phone them, "Y'all don't know how this go for real. #no talking. Even the ops know the MF who took my bro ain't walking this earth no more." And the whole situation's pretty sad since Lil Jojo was just starting to see some buzz in the city. But now, let's move on to FBG Cash because he died not too
ይሄም ጂዲ ነው። ያው Lil Jojo ያያችሁት ጋንግ ሜምበር almost the same ነው። ይሄም ጂዲ ነው። Lil Jojoም ጂዲ ነው።
long after talking about something disrespectful that he did during an interview. In late 2020, Chicago rapper FBG Cash took a picture in front of King Von's mural to disrespect Von and his people. Not long after taking the picture, he went on No Jumper to discuss it. He told Adam 22 about the conversation he had with Lil Durk before taking the picture.
What kind of conversation were you having before he told you to go take this photo?
Yeah, go over there and do that and see what happened to you. I'm outside right now.
You hit him up?
Yeah.
And he was just like, "Hey, what's up?" Why Chicago's so weird because the ops always be talking to each other and like going on live and tweeting at each other.
And during this interview,
so ይሄ ደግሞ ማለት ነው አሁን ፎቶን ከመነሳቱ በፊት ያው ኪንግ ቫን 2020 ላይ ነው የሞተው እንደምታውቁት። and ከሞተ በኋላ ያው ኦብላክ ሙራል ተሰርቶለታል። ሙራል ማለት ሰው ከሞተ ብዙ ጊዜ ትልቅ ፎቶ ላይ ከነሱን ሞር እንትን ለማለት የሚሰራ ፎቶ ነው። ያያችሁ ፎቶ የኪንግ ቫን እና ጀለስ ከሎል ደርክ ጋር ያው ሜሴጅ ይደራረጉ ነበረ። አፕስ ናቸው ግን ቺካጎ ውስጥ አፕሶች ብዙ ጊዜ ሜሴጅ ይደራረጋሉ፣ ይደዋወላሉ፣ ላይቭ አንድ ላይ ይገባሉ ምናምን ነገር that's a bit weird ግን ጀለስ እና ሎል ደርክ ሜሴጅ ይደራረጉ ነበርና ይሄኛው ያው ይሰዳደባሉ ነው ተለመደው። ሎል ደርክ ዴር አድርጎት ነበረ ልብ ካለ ስቲድና ብላክ ምንድነው ኦብላክ ሄደ እንትን በል ምናምን ነገር ከዛ ጀለስ ደግሞ እዛው ነኝ ምናምን ብሎ ፎቶ ተነስቶ ይልክለታል ለእንትና ማለት ነው ለሎል ደርክ ማለት ነው። እና ላይክ ያ በጣም ዲስሪስፔክትፉል ነበረ ለቪዲዮዎች። ምክንያቱም አስቡት ጠላታችሁ ሰፈራችሁ መጥቶ ፎቶ ምናምን ተነስቶ ሲሄድ that is kind of disrespectful, I ain't gonna lie.
Might have made things even worse than it already was. Because Durk later dropped a song where he said, "Sneaking pics by Von Mural, like Lil Bro won't come out and spin." But we sent a threat to FBG Cash for taking that picture. Then, 3 months after the song was released, FBG Cash ended up getting hit and lost his life while driving on the south side of Chicago.
ከሶስት ወር በኋላ አስቡት ሊትራሊ ያን ፎቶ ከተነሳ እናንተ ካለ በኋላ ከሶስት ወር በኋላ ጀለስ በተቀመጠበት ሰዎች መጣው እና ሳይ ደግሞ የተገደለው ቺካጎ ውስጥ አይደለም ከቺካጎ ውጪ ሌላ ስቴት ውስጥ ነው።
Chicago area rapper was In a drive-by shooting early this morning in the Auburn Gresham neighborhood, 31-year-old Tristan Hamilton was shot multiple times. According to the Sun-Times, he raps under the name FBG Cash. A 29-year-old woman with him was also shot, taken to the hospital in serious condition.
Now, let's move on to Shooter Shells, because he was a controversial rapper, best known for his affiliation with the Black Mob Gang, and his song Death of 150, which racked up over 8 million views on YouTube, in which he called out the whole No Limit 150 crew. No Limit was one of Black Mob's ops, and in Death of 150, Shells completely went off on his ops, including Girma.
ይሄኛው እንኳን ብዙም ኢንተረስቲንግ አይደለም። ጀስት ዝም ብሎ ጂሃርቦን ሰደበው ከዛ ተገደለ። ሞር ላይክ ኢንተረስቲንግ ባክ ስቶሪ ያላቸው ናቸው እንትን የሚሉት።
Savage, because some say that doing this interview with DJ Vlad is the main cause of his death, since he spoke on how he killed.
ይሄኛው ደግሞ ማለት ነው honestly የዚህኛው መሞት እንዴ ልበላችሁ በጣም መለፍለፉ እንጂ ማለት ነው አይገደልም ነበር። ያው እንትኑ ከማለቱ በፊት ባጭሩ ኤክስፕሌን ላድርግላችሁ። what happens is ይሄኛውን የሆኑ ሰዎች ሊዘርፉት ቤቱ መጡ። ከዛ በኋላ ይሄኛው ሊዘርፉ የመጡት ሰዎች ገደላቸው። ከገደላቸው በኋላ ያው obviously ምንም እንትን አላለም። እሱ አልታሰረም ምናምን ነገር ግን ኢንተርቪው ላይ ሄዶ አለ አይደለ በቃ ራሱ እንደ ጀግና ምናምን አድርጎ አወራ እና ደግሞ ፎቶ ተነስቶ ፖስት አደረገ። የዛ የሞቱት ሰዎች ደማቸው ምናምን ነገር መሬት ላይ ነበርና በጣም ፎቶ ዲስተርቢንግ ነው because ፎቶ ምናምን ነገር ተነስቶ አፕሎድ አደረገ ምናምን ነገር ከዛ በኋላ የነዛ የሞተው ሊዘርፉት የመጡት ሰዎች የነሱ ጀለሶች ደበራቸው በዛና ያው ጀለስን ጠበሷት።
Killed someone in self-defense in a cocky fashion. According to Savage, a local rapper had been trying to get a feature from him for a while. One night, the dude got in touch with Savage and finally agreed to do a feature. Later that night, the other rapper pulled up to his apartment with a car full of dudes. The rapper came in Savage's apartment with another dude named Omar Richardson. Savage said he felt weird since both of them were looking around his spot when they walked in. But then, Omar upped some racks, so Savage thought it was all good. The dudes then came in with a box full of studio equipment so they could get to work. But then, the other rapper said he was missing a few things. So Omar told him to go back and get it out of the car. Savage thought something was off, so he locked the door when the rapper went outside, and that's when everything went left. Omar started asking Savage about his jewelry and eventually upped his firearm and told Savage to hand over everything. At first, Savage didn't want to give it up, but then Omar threatened to shoot Savage and his girlfriend. So Savage started taking his chains off. When Omar reached to grab Savage's chain, Savage saw an opportunity. So he wrapped Omar up in his arms, and they fell to the ground and started wrestling. Omar's strap fell out of his hand, and that's when Savage yelled for his girl to come shoot Omar. She came in and popped him twice, but that didn't slow him down because Omar managed to get his hand on a gun and let 3 shots off at Savage's girl. Thankfully, all the shots missed, and Savage got Omar back under control. Savage told Omar to leave since his son was in there, but Omar didn't listen and told Savage he was going to kill him. They kept fighting, and that's when Omar's partners came up and started shooting through the door, but they didn't hit anything. When they stopped shooting, Savage's girl popped back at him with 2 shots, and that's when Omar's partners left him to die. Omar kept fighting, and Savage's girl shot Omar one more time in the torso, and Omar ended up passing away. Savage and his girl got off on self-defense. It was a crazy situation that took over the internet. Savage even went on to do an interview with Vlad TV, and it hit.
Yeah, so ባጭሩ ኤክስፕሌን ለማድረግ ኦማር የሚባለው ሰውዬ ነው ጀለስ ቤት መጣና አንድ ላይ ኮላብ ሊያረጉ ምናምን ነገር ነው መጀመሪያ ብራኑ የነበረው እና ኮላብ ለማድረግ መጣው ኦማር የሚባለው ጀለስን ለመዝረፍ ሞከረ ማለት ነው። ያው ሽጉጥ ደቀኖበት ያለ ዳይመንድ ምናምን ጁለሪ እንዳለ አውልቅ ምናምን ነገር አለው ጀለስ እሺ ብሎ ያውለቀ ያለ ያኛው ሽጉጥ ያዘው ሰውዬ መዘናጋቱን ሲያይ ጀለስ ዘሎ ያኛው ላይ ያረፈበት ነው መደባደብ ጀመሩ ምናምን ነገር ሲደባደቡ ሽጉጡ ወደቀ። ከዛ የዚህ ገርልፍሬንድ መጣችና pretty much ያኛውን ሁለቴ በጥይት መታቸው ምናምን ነገር ከዛ ያ የተመታው ጀለሶች ደግሞ ውጪ ነበሩ። ይሄን ያተው መታው ውስጥ መተኮስ ጀመሩ ግን ያው አልመቱም ማንንም ምናምን ነገር ማለት ነው እና pretty much እነዛም ሄዱ አመለጡ። እነዚህ መተኮስ ሲጀምሩ ምናምን ነገር ያኛው ሞተ። ከዛ በኋላ ነው ይሄኛው ኢንተርቪው ላይ መጥቶ ለፈለፈውና የተገደለው።
2 million views in less than a week, but Savage's ops weren't happy about it since Savage was talking cocky in the interview.
Concerned that his people are going to try to come back.
Yeah, they for sure might do what they do, but I'm going to get active. That's all it is. And it is what it is.
Then, on March 30th, Savage posted pics on Twitter of him standing in a...
ይህን ፎቶ ነው ያልኳችሁ። ይህ ያው ብለር አድርገውታል because ያው ኢንተርኔት ዩቲዩብ ስለማይፈቅድ እንጂ እዚህ ሪል ፎቶውን ባሳያችሁ ዩቲዩብ እንትን ይልብኛል እንጂ ያሳያ ገብታችሁ እናንተ ማየት ትችላላችሁ። የቢቲቢ ሳቬጅ ብለዲ ፎቶ ምናምን ብላችሁ ጉግል ላይ ሰርች አድርጉ። ትዊተር ላይ ሬዲት ላይ ምናምን ነገር ያመጣልና ያሳያችኋል because እነሱ ብዙ ጊዜ እንደዛ ያን ነገር ብለር አያደርጉም። እና pretty much ይሄን ፎቶ ፖስት አደረገ and then ተጠበሰች።
Pool of dried blood where Omar had lost his life. Savage was trolling the dude, and the pics instantly went viral since no one had ever seen anything like that on the net. But 2 hours after posting those pictures, BTB Savage was in his Mercedes driving around until 2 gunmen pulled up.
2 ሰዓት ይሄ ደግሞ እንትን የተባለው ይኸውልህ ኢንተርቪውን ካረገ ከሳምንት ባልሞላ pretty much couple days ፎቶውን ፖስት ባረገ 2 ሰዓት fucking 2 hours.
Boxed them in and then started letting off shots. By the time help arrived at the scene, it was already too late. Some people blamed the interview for his tragic death, while others blamed the picture, since the picture was very disrespectful, even though it was self-defense. But speaking of rappers, 21 Savage had to check her out.
That is crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, pretty much. የውጭ ሀገር የድሪል ላይፍ እንደዚህ ነው። you know what I'm saying? እንደ ቀልድ ነው ሰው የሚሞተው፣ እንደ ቀልድ ነው ሰው የሚተኮስበት። you feel me? ኢንተርቪው አድርጌ ምናምን ነገር በሰላም ኖራለሁ የሚባል ነገር የለም። and honestly ይሄኛው ነው እኛ ሀገር ድሪል ውስጥ ማየት የማልፈልገው። በምንም ተአምር ይሄኛውን ኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ ማየት አልፈልግም። I ain't gonna lie to you. This is not a joke. ይሄ ላይፍ ነው። the music part is okay. I love the music part. ዲስ መደራረጉ it's okay. It's a thing. ሂፕ ሆፕ ላይ ያለ ነገር ነው። ግን ከዛ አልፎ መደባደብ መገዳደል ምናምን ነገር it's not worth it. You feel me? It is not worth it. ምንም ነገር አይጠቅማችሁ። That's what I'm saying. ለማንኛውም እዚህ ጋር ማህበረሰብ hopefully enjoy እንዳደረጋችሁ ተስፋ አደርጋለሁ. If you got time go check out ሌሎች ቻናሎችን yak TV ዋነኛው ነው and then ይሄኛው is going to be uploaded on Drillopia and yeah pretty much ብዙ የምናገረው ነገር የለኝም። ይሄ ቪዲዮ ትንሽ ረዘም ይላል ከሌላው ቪዲዮ but yeah ይመቻችሁ እዚህ ጋር ማህበረሰብ peace